Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Humankind, where we're gonna research copperworking. We're gonna get these copper deposits online. Well, this copper deposit immediately. This one might be a little bit slower because we're gonna have to actually build it with the city. And then yeah, we'll have our second city. We're still looking to see if there's any other territories we want to claim. And then at some point we'll start attaching territories to existing cities. I think I'm going to wait until this one gets to size 2, so that it'll be there in 6 turns.
Follow me.
Wait, so that's more copper and horses. There's city defenses. We're not immediately going to be walling anything, but that has given us access to the warrior and our first science star. Catching us up a little bit. Well, say catching us a little bit, we're still pretty far behind. I'm going to have to pick up the pace a little bit on these. Otherwise, we're going to get left behind. Create our religion. So I can do faith on the main plaza or faith on main plaza and administrative centers. So every city has a main plaza. Every territory you attach to a city, I believe, provides an administrative center. So this is a little bit better for wide. This is a little bit better for specifically tall cities. Am I going to attach 2 things to every city? Probably. So this would probably be stronger right now, but this is, I think, going to be stronger in the long run, which will go that way. And then once we get enough faith, it's going to give us access to some of the tenants. As our religion spreads. Okay, so you're back, ready to start exploring again.
Let's go.
Potentially finding us more science to make the science go faster. That's the occasional quarter. So at this point, I think we want to move over into food, get the pop growing a little bit faster. Muster or build. So I can pay 60 money to get industry, 10 industry per 10 turns, or we can get some money at the cost of science. I'm going to pay for the industry because I want the science. Now that was affecting the society picks here, so we moved ourselves a little bit towards social, a little bit away from, or towards progress on the tradition progress line there, which for the moment is fine. It's definitely not a problem.
Of course. Yes, Commander.
So at this point, the influence cost from claiming new territories is starting to go up pretty high.
Time for your first battle? I bet you're absolutely done.
We're getting attacked by some of the marauders now. So we'll take this as a manual battle, because this is apparently not a battle that's really looking to be going our way. That's the deployment. Yeah. Yeah, the terrain helped a little bit more there. Yeah, I think our poor scouts here are going to have a very bad day. So for 1 turn, 3 battle rounds, our units survived, albeit pretty heavily damaged, and we managed to kill one of theirs. Which I suppose means we got some progress on military stars. The wildlife doesn't count as military units. But it's not really what we're going for anyway, so that's fine.
Let's go.
So yes, there's going to be a little bit of risk at this point because the barbarians have started to spawn in. What do you upgrade? You get your people. 3 turns. You're in a grain star, so that's getting a certain amount of people. We're getting offered trade anything
proposition.
or everything, so we'll accept that.
Yes, I cannot dispute
Not that
the
we,
benefit in that.
not that I need to necessarily buy any horses, but in theory, they can now buy
We
our
are blessed.
horses.
Off we go. Right.
Oh, we're in battle again. We're not allowed to retreat, so I think we're about to have a very bad time. Yeah, so we already lost the first bit of the fight. Take the bonus for defense, which isn't going to be enough to save first unit, and isn't going to be enough probably to save the second one. No. Okay, so we lost the scouts. It's probably better to lose them barbarians than other factions. And okay, I suppose let's also reduce the food upkeep, because one of the things in the most recent patch is the troops cost food. Memphis converted to the shamanist religion that we started.
Over this way.
Now, of course, losing those people has reduced each unit as a person. Reduced our populations. We're down to 10 of 24, whereas we'd hit 12 before. So next turn, we're going to get access to the copper. Independent peoples. Let's show those. Higher army cost. Cost of sowing trees with independent peoples. Ooh, I think we're going to prefer the left one here. Although it moves us towards... Well, collectivism is maybe not an issue. That's industry. Whereas the other side's money. Whereas, yeah, I'm probably not too worried about hiring armies, at least. So I suppose that means... Yeah, they've gone ahead and set up a sort of neutral city down there. That I suppose we could potentially interact with peacefully. We've got to make a decision, is what it's telling us. We've got to make a decision before we can do interactions with them. That's fine. So there's bronze working. Back to working on the wheel. At this point, we definitely will take the wheel next. Let's get that copper going. And then to make this a city, I need 160, which we'll have next turn.
Let's go. Over this way. Yes.
Oh, we found some more warriors. Okay.
Follow
I want to
me.
get this close back to the city. We'll probably send over to King here.
Off we go.
Music is sacred art, only performed by those who request with the requisite learning. Okay. Pay renal for science. Pick defiant for stability penalty or superstitious. I got the money. We'll take the not mouse to the stability right now. And then we do want to move the copper mine up to the top of our production queue. So we want to make this a city. And I think we still want to build the pyramid pretty much right away. So we'll try to accelerate that construction. Apparently I'm not at risk of losing population, being negative food with only 1 people there. That'll probably be fine. And then to attach you to Memphis is going to be cost 30, so I'll be able to do that next turn. What tech do I want to work on? We may want to do that for the stability, that makes sense. Probably don't want to do forced labor. We may have access to mountains pretty soon, so masonry wouldn't be the end of the world. Fishing for the dock. Sailing. And then in which case we'll just backfill the rest.
A new independent people. And who
And
are
a new
they?
independent people.
Time will tell if they are helpful, helpless, or history.
Or history. Yeah, I suspect they're going to be history. Okay. Then go ahead and attach you to Memphis. Score us an era star. So if we get another district, we'll get another builder star. If we acquire another 9, so another 3 turns, we'll have 7 stars. Is basically where we're at. Looks like someone's ready to go to the next era, so that's maybe not surprising. If we get another tech, which we'll get in 2 turns, we'll also get a science star. Okay, yeah. Pick the Hittites. Oh no, Hittites went from Hittites to Maya. We got our builder star. So I think next turn we're actually going to pick up 2... No, we're going to pick up 1 star, and we're going to be 1 turn away from picking another. Or... maybe, I don't know if that gave us a bunch of influence, but I don't know if that counted towards that. Okay, let's start having you wander back towards friendly territory. So we've got nothing in the construction queue here. I do probably want someone on food, keep the food going. We could build another pyramids. So the expand that we've attached here could grab the pyramids. That wouldn't necessarily be the worst of ideas. Market quarters adjacent to market quarters. Industry per hopper. And we got 5 and 5. I don't know why it's giving us 11 instead of 10. I expect to give it 10. Maybe it has a base of 1. So that's an option. At some point, we do probably want to get more troops going, so we're a little bit less of a squishy potential target. Maker's Quarter, not Market Quarter. That makes more sense. We have one Maker's Quarter, so it's 10 plus 1 is 11. Okay, that makes that maths. Affinity bonus plus 10 after completion? How am I getting a affinity bonus that's plus 10? Okay. It's recommending if I build it, then I build it there. That's fair. That'll be done in 4 turns. Irrigation's researched. Got another science star. Next turn we're going to get an aesthetic star, so I'm thinking I'm going to hang around for at least a turn here. Just to pick up the aesthetic star. I could attach you to Memphis. Okay, so that does make it adjacent there. I can afford to make you attached to Memphis. Let's do that. Got us the expansionist star. And we can pick one more up, we just wait a turn, so I'm going to be very tempted to take that turn. And it's telling me I can enter another one. Remind me later, because we're going to go into the next turn. I'm going to pick one extra star up before we go. We could transcend, basically keeping Egypt to get extra fame. And because it is an industry, we want to get extra 5, industry on city outpost. We're probably still going to take a different choice. But we'll look at those on the next turn. Oh, so I got all 3 of the expansionist ones. We're not going to go for the 3rd builder one, which would be 5 more grabs. Population's a little bit off. Science is 3 more techs. We're not going to wait that long. We will take the 1st on the aesthetic here. By just going 1 extra turn. And then we'll era up to the next era, which I think only 1 person's there. So we're not going up particularly far behind anyone. Here we go. So my understanding when it comes to the emblematic districts, this may have changed because I haven't played in many a patch, is that if you've started them, and we've started these too, you should be allowed to finish them. So this is what I'm going to test in real time. We're gonna swap up to the next one and see if we can keep them. So the one person who has gone up as the Maya. So industry per worker is their tireless spirit. I think you keep the spirit the whole time. The emblematic district you can only build. Well, as I just said, I think you can only start building them when you're that culture. So if we were to stay the Egyptians, for example, we can continue building our emblematic district. And in theory, we didn't build any of our armies, right? I didn't build any of our special unit. In this case, they've swapped over to the noble javelineers, and they've got a pretty industry-religious-centric district there. I'm going to change cultures. We could technically stay as the Egyptians, and as I said, we keep the emblematic district and the emblematic in our culture unit. Get a little bit extra fame, and then we get chisel and draft here because we transcending as a industry one. But no, we're not going to do that. We could do money. Money on money producing tiles is not super interesting. Money per adjacent market quarter, probably not what we're looking for. The Greeks, this is a science one. We are getting into a district where we can actually start having some research quarters. They're not emblematic districts. Plus science on researchers. It does have the hoplites, which are nice anti-cavalry, a bigger bonus being adjacent to people. The fact that both of our cities are coastal does potentially make the Carthaginians here with the dock here particularly interesting. Industry producing coastal water, industry producing lake. So it'd be coastal water in both cases, so it'd be the bigger bonus. Provides a industry worker slot, counts as a farm quarter, market quarter, and maker's quarter, so we can get some decent adjacencies off of it, regardless of where we put it. So that's tempting, and that gives us more elephants, which are nice for trampling things. To build this reliably, we need to get some iron, which we probably have somewhere. Though we may not. This is a food-centric one, food faith-centric one. We did go sort of wide on the faith, so we could potentially do something with this. No combat penalty from damage is nice, but bonus to ransack. This is a more military-centric one with a bunch of faith and more ransack bonus on. So it's interesting. So the Huns are kind of meant for if you went single city. Guess what do you want to try with this run? Go really deep in industry or pivot to other resources to help balance? I can see being either fun. To some degree, I'm thinking not necessarily going super deep into industry, but getting the industry to build the things that I research and such, right? So that's why we went industry in the first one, so we can actually build things. Thinking of trying to tack a little bit more towards either science or commerce, which is one reason to go Carthaginian. So cost decrease from all the buyouts. And this is a market, so we can put market buildings adjacent to this, get market bonuses. I'm going with all the things because again, it's been a while. I don't know how they've necessarily changed. Huns here are definitely very war combat focused, plus combat bonus on cavalry, plus science on empire per unit in hostile territory. Right, due to the coastal cities. On the other hand, I don't think we wouldn't be able to set any more cities once we do this. This is really meant for like you have like one city to go really heavy focused on military. You notice nomads gather food in order to multiply. So this is again, if you were going very cavalry centric single city start, that would have been good. But that's not us. Stupas. So this is a different. Oh, this is a different type of rend. I think this is a different type of rend. This is influence, science. This wouldn't be too bad. Research is always nice. Give us a different type of elephant. Ranged elephant. Archimeid Persians. If we wanted to have a third city, this would give us an extra cap, so we could take another city. This gives us immortals, which are bonus when fighting on high ground and fortified positions. And that's a market quarter. Or we could do the Romans. Unit army slots, that allows our armies to be one bigger. This is a commons quarter, so this would provide some stability. Fame on construction on victorious cities, okay. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards the Carthaginians here because of our ports. Our ability to quickly build some ports. This would sort of lean also a little bit more into industry and then allow us to flip over to getting some more commerce going as well. So yeah, let's go this way.
Follow me. We'll wait here. Let's go.
Oh, And of course the barbarians immediately started to fight with me. This is a fight at least that we're going to win. Although they have the initiative, so we're not getting off scot-free. They're definitely coming at us hard. There we go.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go ahead and end the turn here. Move into the next era.
As urban centers grow, both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggle to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability. Speaking of dealing in intangibles, am I about to see lots of offers that can't be refused?
I have an offer for you that cannot refuse. Yes. So, masonry research. Of course, we got a new set of stars to work towards. We're now a merchant-focused one, so we're going to want to make a lot more money if we want to get the extra favor reward. Anyway, it will tick up a little bit to account for that we're next in the next era. So let's have you start moving out that way.
Over this
I
way.
want to maybe claim one of the neighboring territories here to attach to the city. So our pyramids here are done. Don't necessarily need to do that. That's not super important. And I can't build. So I presumably, yeah, I need the Kothon, so I need our tech finished here before we can build our emblematic district. Okay. So Thebes here can't build what I wanted to build, so it's instead going to need to build up some of its other stuff. Let's grab the lumber yard into the pottery workshop. Into probably the forge. And then Memphis. It's finishing up the pyramids there. Start construction a little bit more. And do I see any iron on the map here? We should now be able to see the iron. At least doesn't appear. Oh no, we got some iron there. So there's 5 iron. So we're not going to be desperate for iron. We'll need to research the tech for that, but shouldn't be too bad. And there's some more iron there. Okay.
Right.
Oh, I need to establish contact ready to do that. Okay. Establish contact with them, but I can't see any of their stuff. That's actually an argument. Can
Come,
I
Let
treaty
us share
wise?
our dreams.
How about sharing maps?
I have a proposition.
And now you've
accept
met
that.
the Mycenaeans. Let's hope relations go well. Their
Okay,
forts
that gave me
are
more
rather
information than I maybe
formidable.
needed. So we now know all the neighbors. So the Phoenicians we already have a non-aggression pact with. The Phoenicians are actually surprisingly small. Are you actually at war with someone? Hard to tell immediately. Yeah, you're at war with the Maya. I thought that was their color, and it maybe was. It's occupied currently. Okay. Yeah, it's being occupied by the Mayans.
Help me
And now that I
make
know
this
everyone, I
world
should
a
probably go
better place
around
for
and
all our
propose
peoples.
some degree
This
of non-aggression pact with
proposition
everyone.
should be.
Greetings, Sovereign. Do you
Does not
too
know
agree
you
that
just
there
yet.
is
We'll
no
introduce ourselves.
From my people, and from myself, heartfelt greetings. Let us see if we can build a better world.
And we'll propose a non-aggression pact.
I have a
So we got non-aggression pacts with everyone, so we don't have to worry about our stuff getting clamped in neutral territory, except by the way, independent tribes. Which, let's actually establish a choice of the independent peoples here. So we've got mercenary armies versus fellow peoples. I'm going to favor the fellow peoples.
They may have more to offer than just their weapons. Assimilation does seem practical.
Simulation does seem practical. We'll do the established contract here.
So, do you view each other as friend or foe? It's time to unravel the diplomat's dilemma.
Okay, now I can do that on these guys. Let's do that. That count as a bribe, making them like me a little bit more. In theory, I can now import that incense. Which I could afford to import. Plus 3 money per incense in all cities. All cities also gain 5 money, 5 stability. Yeah, let's import the incense.
A first trade link. So many interesting questions arise. Barter or currency? Exchange rates? Tolls and taxes to fill your coffers?
yes.
So lots of little moving parts going in tandem. Let's see how well moving parts come together. Agamemnon moves from Mysia to the Huns. So military-centric to military-centric. Luckily they're farthest away from us, so that should be reasonably fine for us.
Over this way.
You're recommending I go up there first. I do see that argument, that makes sense.
Come over here.
We'll delay a turn to do it up there then. And we do have our boat tech done, so we can set up the coastal modifiers here. Set up the Kothon. It's recommending there, which, from a raw district standpoint, I grant it, it's probably the better spot. There is one drawback of putting there, and that is I can't put any adjacency to it. Whereas if I put it here, I can get some adjacency here and here, which is what I'm thinking I'm going to lean towards. Then could put it down here as well. It would be simple logic, right? It'd be pretty a place that's better for adjacency. That's where it's recommending it from raw yield standpoint. Count as a maker's quarter, and you technically don't get any adjacency yourself from neighboring things. Other things neighboring you get some bonuses, right? So this would make the Egyptian pyramid be better if we put it next to the Egyptian pyramid, for example. Oops. That one. Why is that tile not allowed? Oh, because that's deep water. That makes sense. That would be shallow water, so it would have to be probably there would be the place that makes sense immediately. Because the pyramid has a adjacency bonus. It's not telling me the adjacency bonus on the pyramid there, of course. Pretty sure you have a bonus for being adjacent to Maker's Square, so you get an adjacency on that bonus there. We'll maybe come back to building the both on there. Or it's recommending go over there. That'll give us access to silk. I was thinking of setting only here for the iron, though we can't extract the iron yet, so maybe I will go ahead and follow its suggestion of going over there for that district. The last of their line, how Thebes runs itself is our concern. It would only cause friction, so we can accept, we can punish. Great stable Metropolis of Thieves, many servants for the city palace have been castrated. Okay, so we could punish them for creating eunuchs. So lower stability gives us more industry, or elect down on Memphis. Eunuchs help city capital, even if some power interests might be upset. No, we'll do punish. We haven't built this stuff up enough that we really got a big stability cost anywhere. So we're fairly stable at 85% stability. And then you were pretty stable at over 100%, going down to 95% stability. So an extra 5% is not going to hurt. Too bad. Do I want to... The answer probably is yes. I probably do want to take a run to the iron extraction tech. Where is that? Standing army. So we'll finish up sailing, because we'll probably want the boats. Probably want a boat of some sort. And then we'll do standing army so we can get the iron before we come back and do some backfilling. Like the market quarter, which we're probably going to want for money. Okay.
Off we go.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Over this way.
Okay, so we could attach you to Thebes for 30. You can see we've already got stuff attached to Memphis. Memphis would be 150. That's a little expensive. 30 is not too bad. Building Thebes a little bit more. by building up the industry a little bit more around it. And I suppose that is lowering the stability a little bit of peeps. Number of attached territories is malice. We just have more luxuries in here playing a part. Interesting. 70. Why are you higher stability then? Presumably getting it from... We got empire bonuses. The capital is just more stable. Okay. Capital is 50% more stable. That makes sense.
Keeping an eye out.
We got Crothon done. One of our Crothons done in one turn. Okay, I think we're gonna start moving you westward. Potentially grab another territory. We could attach you to Thebes. Would be for some sort of logic, get us more industry into the city. 210 to go there, 120 to go there. We can afford 120, so that's definitely not a problem. Yeah, let's build Thebes up a little bit more. At least in raw resources coming from the adjacency. Any more and we're going to destabilize the place. So that's as much as we want to add for the moment. I suppose we do public fountain after those are done. And you're empty, so I should probably grab the public fountain here. Up to 13 here. Plus 3 money on harbors. Well, we only got one harbor right now, so it's not a lot. So it's 9. Do you want to move people off of food? In which case, I probably want more food coming in. Yeah, let's grab some of these cheaper ones. And that's 11 and a 7. Yeah, and then we'll revisit building some districts once that's done. If we get one more territory attached to the city, we'll grab another one of the expansionist stars. That'll probably be what we're doing next. Not necessarily making a lot of money yet, but I'm thinking we're going to be getting some pretty soon. Oh, apparently we're now in the lead. Because my slow getting off the starting blocks in the last part has turned into a decent amount of income in this one. Oh, so we can see the Phoenicians have decided to set our silk up for us. Which I suppose is good, because I forgot to set it up when I could have paid influence for it. Grabbing on the territory, I need 73. We'll have that next turn. Because I want to grab this territory for the iron at some point soon.
Are you interested?
You want to trade
Fascinating.
luxuries? Sure.
And yet... Your proposal makes good sense.
Let's get a turn on you. Oh, so they've reduced our information treaty, which is probably fine. I got what I needed out of it. Leadership. All cities gain 1% resources, plus 1 city cap, or autocrat for the small council, or autocrat for bigger bonus just from the capital. And malice is on having more than 1 city from a stability standpoint. We will probably want to make a decision at some point. I think it's probably going to be the small councils, even though the 1% bonus looks far weaker than the 20%. Gives us bonuses on garrison versus emblematic influence from emblematic districts. Okay. Oops. Trying to hit A on the keyboard and I'm hitting caps lock instead. Imagine how that doesn't work very well.
I have something here.
Sure.
Should please us.
Let them buy
Your
our
proposal makes
luxuries.
good sense. I say.
It's part of the reason we set them up, so they could be purchased. How's our cities looking? We're going to grow again next turn. We need our animal barns done, which is going to provide us a bunch of food. Do you want to build faster? Yeah, I probably do want to build faster. Cost of growing. At least cost of growing initially, and then we'll grab those food buildings. You're recommending I build that there. Well, it's probably fine that I didn't go on the coastline because we have deep water there. We don't have shallow water, so I can't build a Kothon there. You're going from pure bonuses on, or pure adjacency of the ocean here, whereas I wanted to get farmers market and maker quarter bonuses. We probably want to put it somewhere it's got more land. Yeah, that probably does want to be there. We'd get immediately the bonus from being next to the industry quarter there, and if we did more industry expansion like that way, we'll get some bonuses. But here wouldn't be too bad to stick a trade quarter next to it. Get some decent income flowing from it.
Sovereign, how can I help you?
Oh, I've got a... Why am I getting more support? Oh, because they broke a treaty. That's fine. I'm not worried about them breaking that treaty. That was fine. Got an event, or no, civic choice. Procession versus industry and religious district. Okay. Do that again 3 turns. For the moment, where do I want to send you? Let's actually go reveal that area. We did see there potentially being a science deposit in there that we could have picked up. Some of the other people picking up their religions. There's standing army. That allows me in this case to say grab the iron. And then down here we can build, yeah, you are the other iron deposit. Push that at the top of the queue. Finish that turn, that'll give us more iron. Do I have a building like I did for copper that provides iron, provides bonus from iron? No, at least not immediately, apparently. Though we probably will want to build some of the iron-produced units, like the chariots, pretty early on. I think it was the tech panel. Our culture unit. Yeah, the war elephant costs iron. Copper and iron. There's a little bit more tech in classical era. Here's the cost for adding outpost, unit slot in the armies. Really need to relocate the capital. Okay. Let's lay organized warfare. We'll get writing, because I do want that market quarter mounted up, so we can actually build some of these elephants, so it can be a little bit more threatening. And we probably pick philosophy up. Backfill with organized. Okay, so we put an iron extractor there. Only creates, oh, you'll share some of money with the owner. You both are earning more money the more empires are trading by the resource if the owner is independent. Okay, so I can technically now go buy that iron from them.
Come over here.
Okay, so the science deposit that I saw earlier has definitely gone away.
Off we go.
Probably because I made that a proper territory attached. How much influence to attach you? 270. We'll have that in a couple turns.
Let's go.
Adapt, protect, or gamble. We're probably going to go protect, which is a little bit more towards innovativeness. Yeah. Chance of good consequence. Which is better than a chance of bad consequence. In my mind. That might not be true, but... Especially because we're running money, so that's definitely not a concern about earning money. Earn more fame for merchant stars. I'm not sure if the bonus is what we earn pre upkeep. So does this go up 34? We can check right now. So if it goes up 34, it'll be 47.
An enormous leap forward. From mundane tallies of crops to recording the wisdom of sages, humankind now wields the most powerful tool of all.
Making a big deal of writing. Claim a wonder. And yes, it does appear to be the post-upkeep bonus. Which maybe means I don't want to set trade routes up unless they're particularly profitable. Missing an arson quarter somewhere? Yeah. Ocean-going resources. Fair enough. And then we've got an iron mine that I haven't set up. Where? Right next to our city. Didn't notice the one right next to our city. Food money on harbors would be tempting, especially if we're going to set up a bunch of harbors. Yep, let's go with something like that for the capital. Getting another person to turn. We'll revisit the city on that turn. Thebes needs some stuff to build. Yeah, she's definitely going a lot faster here. And we've only got one place with wood growth on here. I was thinking this would be a coastal place, but it's deep water. So if I want to maximize adjacency, it's probably that one. Unless I want to maximize the adjacency of things next to it. In which case it's probably there. Although we do have the copper mine there, which is kind of blocking that. So there's only going to be 2 adjacency there. I think we'll go here for the better sea stuff. Yeah, I think the pyramids have a little bit better adjacency than just the regular district, but it's only a little bit better. You're +1 per adjacent quarter, so we'll have adjacent quarter there. No. Oh, we are getting some, we do have some rivers here, right? So we got some access to the rivers, so that makes sense. And then we could revisit the food on harbors once we get the harbors done. Okay.
Follow me.
That would save me the maintenance. That'd get me my... So this is providing 5 stability. And, okay, it's not enough to cover the maintenance, is kind of the difference there, right? Okay. The number and type of trade relays traversed by the trade route. So what, does it, like, go down the more I trade? No, it's going up. It's going up by... Oh, so in this case, right, it's basically telling me, hey, upgrading it here, which would provide us 3 more money, costs us upkeep, but we don't, costs us more upfront, but doesn't cost us any more beyond that. So let's actually do that. Okay. Try to raise the influence there, make them a little bit happier. Well, raise their opinion of us by spending some influence on them. Oh, did we already finish up all the... Yeah, all the mines are done. Oh, we don't have any garrisons, so that doesn't make any sense to build. Do you want to wall this place up? I think for the moment, no. I think we'll build the Kothons, and then we'll try to produce some military units, because we should have the tech by then. Build the military units I want to.
Other empires are nervously wondering What is being built with those 5 makers' quarters?
What is being built? Everything. Everything's being built with those makers' quarters. That's why we're making things. Thieves' population's grown. Okay, we can now sign a new treaty with these guys. Let's go with that. That should make them live a little bit longer, because we're buying some of their stuff. We're the only people patronizing this place, so that's fair. Probably go with profit sharing there. And then probably make them a client state rather than assimilate them. Or, well, maybe we'll have a city by then, or a city cap by then. We'll want to make them a city. We'll see. The ground is a little wetter, and the people will not forget, otherwise life is normal. Okay, so we didn't get the lucky bonus there. Cats or ferrets? So, no difference here right now, other than the fact that this is moving towards tradition, and this is moving towards innovative. We'll push towards innovative.
To harness the power of water itself in order to feed your people. That should make you popular.
So that's coming, that's being declared because we have so many farmers' quarters. But the ports are considered farmers' quarters, so we really don't have that many farmers' quarters.
For both of our aspirations.
You want open waters? I'll give it to you.
You are as just.
Slow the growth down, get a little more industry. You're telling me I can build another fourth on? Oh, we can build one way up there. That's definitely not the worst place to build one. Sure. I know, at this point this will be +6 food, and then +6 money. Which 2 turns each isn't too bad, so we'll grab those. And then up here, we'll have, again, it will be actually 9 and 9, so we should probably grab these as well. And then that's my... those are my elephants in 4 turns. Okay.
Off we go. I'm on it.
Then next turn when you're built, I can grab the copper and the iron for trade.
Come over here.
Although I'm going to be probably a little bit slower turning you into a attached territory. Though it would give us an expansion star. Not that we're desperate, because we're ahead of everyone, apparently. This is sort of the medium difficulty in the game, so maybe that's not too surprising. Mounted warfare, so we can get our troops of choice. I have non-aggression pacts with everyone, so I don't have to worry about getting attacked there. You're now mine, so go ahead. Grab those inspectors. Alright, call home to finish in turn. I just finished the fishing ones, so that's providing 6 food, provide 9 after the call fund is done. We'll get even more with the money from there. Okay. Thieves. A little more infrastructure on thieves. Industry. Although I may be catching up with where I need to be. Oh, and the docks count as market quarters as well. I forgot about that. But I think we're going to probably... Oh, let's watch tower not. We'll contemplate on next turn. Looking at the time, this is probably a good place to put a part break in. I've gone over an hour, so I've probably run a little bit long. If you're watching on YouTube, there'll be another part up tomorrow. Maybe I didn't put the difficulty high enough, because I'm doing better than I was expecting to be, actually. Because it's been so long since I've played. So yeah, we'll have another part up for you tomorrow on YouTube. If you're here on Twitch, feel free to hang around. This will be the part in the stream where I go take a break to make a cup of tea. So the stream will be up so you can enjoy listening to the game, because the game music in this game is pretty good. This will probably be one of the longer breaks during the stream. I'm planning on doing a 5-parter tonight, so this is the end of the second part, so there'll be 3 more parts being recorded tonight. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.